Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Please mention in the chat box. Okay. First, let me. Okay, everyone is not yet joined. Okay, can somebody tell me last class what did we do? Which part did we do last class? Did we start disposing of sewage effluents? Did we do this chapter, this part, this topic? Did we do? Please mention in the chat box. I completely forgot. Please remind me whether did we do this or not. Disposing of sewage effluents. Anyone? Okay, as per I remember, we haven't done this. Yeah, we haven't done this one. Last class, I think we have done two numericals related to your trickling filter, as per I remember. Okay. Okay. So quickly, let me start this one. Okay. We are running out of time, so let me quickly start it. Okay. So this chapter, like disposing of the sewage effluents, it is included in your second module itself. Okay. And here, okay, and here, like, it's why to read this chapter is that because the study, like, of your disposing the disposal of sewage, okay, or the source of disposal, we should know, like, because, like, the various treatments, okay, the various treatments that you give to a raw sewage before disposing to a river or stream, it is very, like, it is very important. Okay, like, where will you dispose it? Okay, you have given the treatment, but now you will dispose it, so you should know the source of, like, where we should dispose it, and, like, what is the study of the source of the disposal is also important, because, like, the amount of treatment that is required to be given to a sewage, it depends upon the source of disposal, and also its quality and capacity, like, how much it will tolerate the impurities that is present in the sewage effluents. Okay, like the river, without getting polluted or becoming less useful or less harmful, how much of they can tolerate the impurities. Okay, so there are basically two methods for your disposal of the sewage effluents. So number one is your dilution method, and then second one is your, like, sewage effluent irrigation, or it is also known as your broad irrigation or sewage farming. All things are same, but basically the main one is that this disposal on land. One is your disposal in water, and the other one is your disposal on land. Okay, so, like, disposal by dilution, so it is like, it is the process whereby the treated sewage or the effluent from the sewage treatment plant is discharged into a river, stream, or a large body of water such as a lake or sea. Okay, it is the process where the treated sewage or the effluent from the sewage treatment, it is discharge into a river stream, and the discharge sewage, it in due course of time, it is purified by itself, and that is known as your self purification process of natural water. That means the river, it has a characteristic that it gets self purified. Okay, it gets self purified, and it is known as your self purification process of natural water. And also the degree and the amount of treatment that you have to, that is given to the raw sewage before disposing it to any river stream, okay, it will definitely, or it will completely depend not only on the quality of the raw sewage, but also it will depend upon the self purification capacity of the river stream. Okay, next is your, there are certain conditions favoring the disposal by dilution. Okay, so what are those conditions? So like number one is your, when the sewage it is comparatively fresh. Okay, fresh means it is 4 to 5 hour old. Okay, so it is 4 to 5 hour old. That means it can be, you can term it as a fresh sewage. So when the sewage is fresh and it is free from any floating and settleable solids, okay, that is your number one condition. Number two is your, like when the diluting water, it has a high dissolved oxygen content. That is, it has a high DO content. Okay. Number three is your, where the diluting waters are not used for the purpose of navigation or water supplied for at least some reasonable distance on the downstream from the point of sewage disposal. That means that the where you are like the diluting water, okay, it should not be used for any purpose of navigation or like some other things also, like navigation, and for at least some distance, at least some reasonable distance on the downstream from the point of sewage disposal. So where the your point of sewage disposal is there, so from there, from a certain distance, reasonable distance, your that water, it should not be used for any navigation purposes. Okay. Number four is your, where the flow currents of the diluting water are favorable, causing no deposition, nuisance, or destruction of aquatic life. So the flow currents here are also important things. So here the flow currents of the diluting water, they should be favorable. Okay, so they should not cause any deposition, nuisance, or destruction of the aquatic life. So last is number five, that is your, when the outfall sewer of the city or the treatment plant is situated near some natural waters having large volumes. Okay, so the outfall sewer of the city or the treatment plant, it should be situated near some natural waters having large volumes. Okay, so next is your, like standard of dilution for discharge of wastewater into river. Like there are, like there is one factor known as your dilution factor. So what is the dilution factor? So you if you see that factor, like you can say that how much of treatment should be given or to the that polluted water or the sewage. Okay, so there is a factor known as the dilution factor. So what is that? It is the ratio of the quantity of the diluting water to that of the sewage. It is known as your dilution factor. Okay. So here is a chart. Okay, this chart is given by the Royal Commission report on sewage disposal. So this chart, it says that, like if the dilution factor it is above 500, so it is no required treatment is required. Okay, you no need to give any treatment to the sewage, and the raw sewage, it can be directly discharged into the volume of dilution water. Okay, so when the sewage dilution factor is between 300 to 500, so you can say that the primary treatment such as your plain sedimentation, it should be given to sewage, and the effluents, it should not contain like suspended solids more than 150 ppm. Okay, so like similarly, if the dilution factor is 150 to 300, you can say that the treatments like sedimentation, screening, and all those treatments, they are and the chemical precipitation also it is required, like we have done the coagulant part, so like we have to give chemical precipitation is also required. And that sewage effluent, it should not contain suspended solids more than 60 ppm. Okay, the sewage effluent, it should not contain suspended solids more than 60 ppm. So last is your when the dilution factor is less than 150. So you can say that complete thorough treatment should be given to the sewage. So the sewage is very polluted. Okay, it is very harmful. So you have to give thorough treatment, and the sewage effluent also it should not contain suspended solids more than 30 ppm, and its 5-day BOD at 18.3 degrees Celsius should not exceed 20 ppm. Okay, so its 5-day BOD at 18.3 degrees Celsius. Okay, it is not 20 here, so it should not exceed your 20 ppm. So this is the chart. If sometimes like short question might come, no, like what if the dilution factor is 500, what does the standard of purification is required, like this some short question might come. So this table you go through. Okay, next is your dilution in rivers and self-purification of natural streams. Okay, so here the other things I will not go through today. Just I want to explain this natural forces explanation I will do in the next class. Okay, so today I will just go through this when this what is the self purification phenomenon, I will just explain. Like when the sewage it is discharged into a natural body like your river stream, so the receiving water, so the receiving water means that the stream it gets polluted due to what, due to the waste product that is present in the sewage effluents. Okay, so now the conditions, this you have discharged the sewage into the river stream and it got polluted. Okay, but this condition, like this polluted water, it doesn't remain like that forever. Okay, so there is some natural forces of purification. Okay, like dilution, sedimentation, oxidation, reduction in sunlight, etc., and these go on acting upon the pollution elements. Okay, so all these natural forces they go on acting on the pollution elements and they bring back the water to its original condition in due course of time. Okay, so this automatic purification or this natural purification of polluted water, it is known as your self purification phenomenon. So this river natural stream or the receiving water, it has a very good characteristic is that it has a self purification phenomenon. Okay, so now there are the different forces which, like the different natural forces, what are those? So they are like there is one physical forces also, and the next one is your chemical forces also. So what is the physical forces? They are your dilution and dispersion. Second is your sedimentation. Third is your sunlight. Okay, and what are your chemical forces? It is also known as your biochemical forces also. So number 4 is your oxidation and reduction process. Okay, so today up to here I have done. So in the next class we will be like tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is a holiday. Okay, tomorrow the first week Saturday, so tomorrow will be holiday. So next on Monday we will be going through the discussions of the natural forces. Okay, and we will do two numericals related to that. Okay, so it's 12:03. So
Ma'am, tomorrow is holiday.
yeah, what? Somebody said, I didn't understand. What did you tell? Okay, anyways. Okay, so let me take your attendance. Roll number 51. Roll number 51, 52.
Present, ma'am.
52. Okay, 53. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Nobody is there? Okay.
Ma'am, 57.
57. Acha,
57.
from 51 to 60, roll number 60 is under my mentorship. I have given you that Excel sheet to fill up. No, that some people have not, you have not filled it up. So kindly, you please fill that Excel sheet, okay? Roll number 51 to 60. Whoever is there, whoever is not drop out, you please fill that Excel sheet by today. Okay? You tell your friends. Otherwise, you will be considered dropout if you don't write there. Okay. Okay, then roll number 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63,
Yes, ma'am.
64,
63.
63. Then 64,
Yes, ma'am.
65, 66,
Yes,
67,
ma'am.
60,
Yes,
66, ma'am.
66, okay. 67,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 68,
Yes, ma'am. 68.
okay, 68, 69, 70,
Present, ma'am. 70.
okay, 71,
Present.
okay, 72,
Present, ma'am. 72.
okay, 73,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 74,
Present, ma'am. 74.
okay, 75,
Present, ma'am. 75.
75, 76,
Yes, ma'am. 76.
okay, 77,
Present, ma'am. 77.
okay, 78,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 79,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 80, 81, 82,
82. Present, ma'am.
okay, 83,
Present, ma'am. 83.
okay, 84,
Present, ma'am. 84.
85, 86, 87,
81. Present, ma'am.
86. Present, ma'am. 86.
86, okay, 87,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92,
90. Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
90, okay, 92,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 93,
93. Present, ma'am.
93, 94,
94. Present, ma'am.
93. Present, ma'am.
93, okay, 94, then 95, 95, 96, 97,
97. Present, ma'am.
okay, 98,
Present, ma'am. 98.
okay, 99,
Yes, ma'am. 99.
okay, 100, 101,
Ma'am, 95. Present.
95, okay,
Ma'am, 101. Present.
101, 102,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 103,
Present, ma'am. 103.
okay, 104, 105, 106,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 107,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 108,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 109,
Present, ma'am.
110,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120.
Yes, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Who is present? 120, 119, then 120 is present?
Yes, ma'am.
Good,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, then who is
Ma'am,
left out?
81. Present, ma'am.
81, okay, 81, then
94, ma'am. 94.
94. 94 I have given. 116, 116, okay.
101.
101 I have given.
Thank you, ma'am.
Then 91 also I have given. Then who else? Anyone left out? Roll number 61 is there, Arif Khan. Okay, so he is there. Okay. And who else? Anyone else left out?
Ma'am, 116.
116 I have given.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So if anyone by anyhow
82, ma'am.
82 I have given. If anyone is left out, you message me within 15 minutes, okay? Okay then. You can leave the meeting.